Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Klickitat County Commissioners' regular meeting for October 1st, 2024. Mr. Christopher and myself are present, and we are going to start with a public meeting for boundary line adjustment BLA 2024-2, applicant Wood Hollenbeck. So I'll turn it over to staff.
Hello, I brought Rachel
Good.
with us. She's our new assistant planner, so she's going to go through the ropes with us a little bit. So this is a boundary line adjustment for Zoe Wood and Hollenbeck Properties LLC. Boundary line adjustment number BLA 2024-02 is a proposal to adjust the common property line between parcels 06101511040200 and 06102211000100 off of Mount Adams Road. The proposed boundary line adjustment is located within a portion of sections 15 and 22, Township 6, Range 10 of the Willamette Meridian, Klickitat County, Washington, and the Trout Lake vicinity. The administrative review of this boundary line adjustment has been completed. Signatures have been obtained from the Road, Health, Planning Departments, and the Treasurer's Office. All conditions attached to the preliminary approval have been met. If the board finds that it's in the public's interest to approve this boundary line adjustment, a motion will be needed to grant final approval of BLA 2024-02.
Thank you. Do you have any questions, Mr. Christopher?
I do not have any questions or concerns.
I do not either, so I would entertain a motion.
I would move that the board approves BLA 2024-02 for the applicant Wood Hollenbeck.
And I'll step down in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Question, now that we're out of the, no.
Okay, yes.
Ballpark me, I'm hoping you can just throw a number out there. I'm not going to hold you to it accuracy wise. What a boundary line adjustment costs to do upstairs.
At this time, the boundary line adjustment application for the planning department is $630.
Any ideas by anybody in the building what it costs to get a what surveyor out to stake the boundary line? Anybody heard of any rumors? No.
I think part of it has to do with how much the project, or if they're just going to do the survey, do the maps, or if they're going to do the application process as well, what all documents they're going to do, or if they, how hands-on they are, because some of them are like full-on.
And
Sorry. Some of them are like more full-on project management type of thing, and then others are just like I'm doing the survey and the maps and.
Because I have two properties that are like this, and I want to move them like this. So they both have road frontage.
Okay, I was gonna say, have you thought about just changing your perspective and then?
The problem is.
I'm just kidding.
Changing my own perspective.
Yeah, shift your.
Well, it's the back property isn't really super buildable. And doesn't have any road frontage. You'd have to build a giant driveway back there. So if I can just shift them, they both have road frontage. That other property actually has buildable site area. It makes sense, but I would have to get, I mean, the four corners are already staked. So survey's already been done on the outside perimeter. They would just have to draw that middle line. So I was just kind of curious what it's gonna, I'm gonna do it. I was just curious what it's gonna cost me to do it.
Yeah. So if you know who already staked those corners, if you might find it on a survey for your property or something.
On the previous survey.
That sometimes that makes it a little bit easier because they may still have stuff on file and they'll just pull up and do some adjustments. So that is
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
If they've got markers and stuff to go by, some people's property is so old, they have to go out and look like, okay, where does it
Yeah, no,
start?
these markers are sticking out of the ground at the fence post. You can tell it was done in the last 10 years, so.
Yeah, and one of the things to think about as you change your boundary line is structures.
No structure,
If there's a drain field.
no drain field. Well, there is, but that's where the line's gonna shift.
Yeah, and
So
so that
this one will
drain,
be wider than that one, and this one will have to jog in the back to make up for the 20 acres, because the drain field's gonna be on that property, so
yeah,
I've
so
got to absorb that onto this one, so yeah, it just changes the line and it'll go down the middle and then
yes,
veer off to
because
find
you'll have
20
to
acres.
meet setbacks for existing structures and drain fields as well as in the future. So if there's a drain field that's already existing or a structure, you still need to make sure your
I've
boundary
thought
line
about the
isn't too
setback
close.
boundary line from a drain field. Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to look at what that regulation is.
So it's that way it keeps things in compliance.
I'll do this offline. We don't need to keep chatting. Bye, everybody.
Okay, I didn't know if we were gonna entertain. Do we have any other questions? No.
I was killing time because we're done for the day at 1:06, so.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Do you happen to know what the setback is for a drain field from a property line off the top of your head?
Check with environmental health, because they're the ones.
They're the, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know there was any,
Or I just don't worry about it.
unless somebody asks you.
Well, as far as the county knows, the drain field's in the front yard.
You better be quiet.
According to the plot map, it's in the
Okay.
front yard. I'll just go with that.
Stop
I don't know
talking.
any different. Thanks, Roger. If the
Yeah.
county says it's in the front yard, it must be in the front yard, dang it.
Mr. Van Cleve, you're back in the room, no? No, you're just auditing us? Making sure. And we have one guest today.
Just came in for the boundary line adjustment,
Yeah, so important. Well, it
pressing
is,
matters.
it is to some. Yeah, that was it for our afternoon session. Yeah.
Unless Rob's here for a reason.
Mm. He's keeping an eye on her.
Okay, we have nothing further.
I do not.
Are we
I
ready?
just want to congratulate you. Excellent job, people. Excellent job. This is
Thank you,
efficiency in government. I love to see this.
That's right.
Streamlining the afternoon meeting. We even, if you noticed, I even threw some educational stuff out there when we were talking about how to go through the process. That wasn't for me personally. I just wanted to make sure everybody listened.
I applaud you for that because it's uplifting and that's what you're all about, right?
Right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Roger.
Thank you. Bye.
If there's nothing further, I would make a motion to adjourn the meeting, knowing that we'll be back on Thursday morning, beginning at 8:30 for budget all day.
Do we adjourn or do we recess?
You can, technically, you
You
can
can do
adjourn
either.
and open it back up, but I will let this motion die. Because I didn't hear a second, so I will pull that from the floor and make a motion that we recess, since that sounds more. Until Thursday, October 3rd at 8:30 for the scheduled workshop.
And I will step down in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody that came on for our 5-minute afternoon.
Yeah.